Hey there, so this is a mobile app that I built in Flutter. It's running in a simulator right now, but it's the classic to-do app. So you can authenticate, you can log in, and then you can add to-dos or you can toggle to-dos. And it has a couple other authentication features like being able to register or get a password reset or log out. And it talks to a REST API that I built in Laravel, and I actually have a web version of this as well. So if you create an account, you can log in either on the mobile app or the web app. So I'll give you a quick overview of how it works. So let's say we want to register. Say my name is Devin, and I think I've already created a couple accounts here. So I'll call this Devin plus one at WP Theming, and just create a real simple password there and register this account. It registered successfully, so let's log in now. And when you first log in, there's no to-dos. I should probably have a little message here that says add a to-do, but we can quickly add one here. We press this button in the bottom and say new to-do, and we can add another one, and it gives us the option to toggle these, which moves them to the list, and that's about it. But we can see if we log in here on the web app that all this data was posted. It should be there. So we see our new to-do. If we look in the archive, we can see the other to-do, and we could add to-do added by web app, and we can add that. And this doesn't live sync. I'm not polling to get new results or anything. So someone would have to log out and log back in to see those. If you are looking for something like that, really easy, Firebase, which is another Google product, has that live sync feature, which is really, really nice, and you don't have to build it manually. But now we can see that that was, we are indeed talking to an API, and it can pull and post data to both places. So I'm not going to give a huge overview of the code, but you can kind of see all the views in here, how a login page can be built or a registration page. Auth provider is how we do handle the logins. So you can see how you can do a post to a URL and send specific data and then parse the response. And this auth provider also does the registration and password reset and login and some storing of the data. You can think of a provider as something that just stores your state, and it gives access to these things like status and token to any of the child widgets that are below it, where you need to share state across multiple different widgets. And then we have some data models for the to-do and the user, and a couple widgets. These are just small components that are used across multiple views. So the flat button is basically just a styled button. To-do list is a little bit bigger of a widget, but this generates those to-do tiles where we can toggle them as checked and unchecked. And you can see how I do styles. I don't use the material theme. I define all the styles in here, and I think this is an easier way to do it. So feel free to poke through the code, see how it works, and I hope you find it useful.